Your story is the whole thing. The process that you went through becomes the recipe for other people. That is what's going to bring people to you. Take the leap. Your life will change when you take the leap. What's up, Welta?
Hey, good morning. How are you?
How's Maui?
Oh, it is fantastic. It's still early, like super early over here. I am interested in like the area of like health, fitness, general well-being, mindfulness, and like a mental health advocate as well.
Mhm.
So want to try to monetize that, and I don't know how to build my market.
So what are you trying to sell? Consulting, coaching, speaking, books, products? What are you trying to sell?
Consulting and like eventually like more like videos and things like that. I'm like at like the beta, like the little beginning phases.
Okay, great. So where are you creating content right now?
Well, I just like record videos like on Instagram. Like I really am just beginning. Like so, I'll just record my workout sessions, and I'm still like learning, and I just kind of share my life. Pretty much that's it. That's where I'm starting off
On Instagram?
on Instagram. Yeah,
Great. How often are you posting on Instagram?
like twice a day.
Okay, that's pretty good. So next is if you're a thought leader, you have to teach them to think like you think.
Okay.
You think a certain way. It's different. It's weird. It's amazing. Most people aren't waking up at whatever time in the morning to hop on an Instagram call with somebody in Toronto, Canada. Like the way that you see the world is different.
Mm-hmm.
And so your job is to make me think the way that you think. And so part of that starts with your story. So mental health is important to you for a reason. Why is it so important to you?
Well, I think it's like people disregard self-care, and I think that because people disregard that, they don't take care of their well-being, and therefore they get sick sooner in life, and they stay sick instead of being well.
Why not something else? I mean, it's a great cause, but so is feeding puppies and saving the trees and everything else. Like, why does this mean so much to you? It has to come from you not caring about yourself or you haven't gone through something. Your purpose comes from your pain.
Mm.
So, what's the pain that you went through that made this become your life's mission versus something else?
Oh, like well, I do suffer from depression. So right, I know. You live in paradise and complain about depression.
No, it's great. What led to the depression?
um, well, I mean, it's clinical, so it just happens.
If you want people to connect to your message, they have to connect to you.
Oh, I have to be more open about my story, pretty much.
Your story is the whole thing. Why am I going to listen to you, thought leader, instead of somebody else? Because you
Okay.
went through depression. Well, what caused the depression? Something happened that led to depression. If it's just, yeah, I was depressed. I know I'm here in Maui and I'm depressed, but it's clinical. You're not giving me anything. I don't know. There's nothing for me to hang on to and say,
To
man,
empathize with too.
what you want people to feel is like, this person is like me. People look at you as like, oh, look at her. She's in Maui and she's doing all these great workouts.
Okay.
Where's the pain that I need to see myself in you?
Okay.
So you were depressed? I mean, great. I mean, tons of people in the US are depressed. What led to you being so depressed?
Oh, it was definitely lifestyle. I was living in the DC area. It was very stressful. It was 100% focused on work all of the time, working around 80 hours a week. It led to an unhealthy lifestyle. So I was like almost 200 pounds. And
200 pounds.
mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why health and fitness and like nutrition is so important in terms of like managing stress as well. And then moving to Maui didn't hurt because the lifestyle, shift, and then the way of thinking is a little bit different over here, and then the life expectancy is higher here. Oh, yeah. So
So what made you move from DC to Maui?
I like to joke and say that I quit winter, but
Okay.
really it was, pursuit of happiness. And then I changed from searching for happiness because happiness is fleeting and try to seek peace.
And so what made it so important to you? Because a lot of people, I'm sure, could resonate. A lot of people have jobs they hate, are overweight, are depressed, wish they could move to Maui, but they don't.
Mm.
So what made it a must for you that like you have to go off and do this thing?
Well, I had what made it a must. I don't know. I felt like it was at that point in my life where if I didn't, I wouldn't, because I was still in my 20s, didn't have kids, I wasn't like committed, and so I had the mobility to do so. I had a friend that lived out here, so it's just like I saw an opportunity and I took a leave of absence, and I was planning on going back, and then I just never did.
Oh, it's great. So this is the structure, right? Your purpose comes from your pain, telling your story of how you hated your life in DC. It was stressful and cold, and your working conditions, and you were 200 pounds, and just try to put yourself back to be that woman who you were, and how painful that was for you, because that's going to be what other people will say. Yeah, that's me right now. Like I hear you, I see that woman that you're talking about, and like that's what I'm living. That's me. So how do I get out of it? And then whatever the sounds like, it was just I just took a chance and I went for it, and I thought I was going to come back. I didn't make a life goal to go to Maui. It's just going to be I'm going to go and see what it's like, and I'm going to take a leave, and I'm going to come back. You never came back, but take the first step, right? Just take that first step towards a potentially better life. The process that you went through becomes the recipe for other people.
Okay.
So the fact that you went to Maui and found a friend and took a leave of absence and thought you were going to come back was your first step. A similar first step is now a recipe for the next person who feels the same thing. So anybody watching this now, like they feel like they're overweight and unhappy and unhealthy, and their mindset's broken, and they hate the people around them. Okay, what's my first step? Okay, you know what? I could go find a friend who's in wherever, Tucson. I'm gonna go there for a little bit, or I'm gonna volunteer as a XYZ to just make some kind of shift in my life. You're advocating making a first step.
Okay.
And so in telling your story and then giving the recipe of how you got out of it, that is what's going to bring people to you. People are already watching, like, hey, how can I follow her? What's her story? Where can I find her? And so it's great. Show me the workout videos. Great. It's where you're at now, but I need to know where you came from. I need to know that you always have a foot in that, because helping people, you'll help anybody with their mindset. You'll help anybody with their workouts. We're built to serve. Humans are built to serve. But the people who you'll love helping the most are the people who are overweight and unhappy with their life. And if you help somebody who was like the person you were, you help lift them up, it'll fill you up so much more.
Okay.
I love helping people, but I love helping entrepreneurs the most because I struggled so much as an entrepreneur. I want to make the road easier for the next person. Like imagine if you now could go back and talk to you 10 years ago, you could help that woman out a lot.
Definitely. Absolutely.
And so there's a lot of women who are like who you were 10 years ago or 5 years ago, however long it was before you moved to Maui.
5 years. Actually, a little over 5 years. Good guess.
There you go. So the woman you were 5 years ago who's like, I'm at a breaking point. Like, I need to make a change. If I don't do this, this is going to be my life forever. There's a lot of women. There's a lot of men who are feeling that right now. Mm-hmm. And your story and your message can save them. But only if you let them in and tell them where you came from and give them the recipe to get out. The fact that you're posting twice a day is great. I love it. And it's an inspiration. But without the story, it doesn't mean as much.
True. It just looks like I'm just posting about Maui life, and that's not really being relatable.
Your message is take the first step. It's not go to Maui.
Yeah.
Because you going to Maui is an inspiration that I could use to go do something else. Like maybe my dream isn't to go to Maui. Maybe I want to go to Tucson,
Mhm.
right? Or maybe it's apply for that other job. Or maybe that's go out and hang out with a new bunch of friends. You're encouraging people to take the first step.
Okay.
And so if you bring that, if you're just showing like, hey, look at these birds and these trees, or look at me do my workout, you're not, it's great. You're just not connecting the pieces of the story together. And so people aren't going to connect to you and the message.
Okay. That's going to be kind of tough because then I have to show pictures of when I was like 200 pounds and I didn't, and like it is kind of, it feels very vulnerable to share that part of myself. Like, I don't know.
Well, first off, you do tough things.
Mm.
You don't just do the easy things in life. I mean, if you want to be a thought leader, you want to help people, you have to be upfront doing it yourself, and you do tough things.
Mm-hmm.
So just as a language thing, whenever you hear yourself saying, well, that's tough or that's hard, okay, I do hard things.
Okay.
I like tough things. And vulnerability, yes, like that's the only way. If people can't connect to your story, you can give them the greatest strategies in the world, but they're not going to follow you without the emotional connection. You can give them the advice, but if they don't feel like you know them, like, listen, I was where you were. I was 200 pounds. I hated my life. My boss told me I was XYZ, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And instead of leading with a joke around like I quit winter,
Yeah.
like, no, I quit a life that I hate. I took my first step and moved on. And that vulnerability opens you up to attack.
Opens up to attack.
Attack, like some people will make fun of you, or some people, when you're vulnerable, it's hard because some people may not like it, and some people will laugh or make fun.
Okay.
But in doing that, you give permission to everybody else who's currently feeling that to then stand up and make a change, because people feel like they're hopeless. There's no hope. Like, there's a lot of people who are 200 pounds, hate their life, hate their job, and they feel like there's no way out. There's nothing I can do.
Mm.
I'm stuck. Like, this is my life. All my friends are like this. Everybody I know is like this. There's no hope for me. And then they see you. And they say, no, I was where you were. And I went through this. And I had depression. And I may not fully be out of it, to be honest, but I'm working my way through. You don't have to be the greatest of the great, but you can help the woman you were 5, 6, 7 years ago. And again, there's a lot of people who are like that right now. So in you being vulnerable, it gives permission for other people to share their story too.
Okay, so you're saying tell my story, share images of when I was going through that phase of my life, and just
Yeah, and it doesn't just have to be the images. Like, you can. And I think for you, it's not just going to be showing off to say, look at me now, right? You want to tie in the message of anybody can do this.
yeah.
Like, you can do this. If you hate your life, you're 200 pounds, you can do this too. And you show them, right? So the caption becomes important. The text that you put in there becomes important. Not just saying, look at me, celebrating my 10-year later pictures, right?
Yeah.
But it's more, you can't just post the same picture every day. It's not just that one picture. It's in your storytelling. It's in the content that you're putting up. It's when you're showing off the beautiful Maui toucans. It's not just saying, look at this toucan. It's like, I'm here because I took the first step, and you can too. Whether that's going to Maui, or asking that guy out, or just going to the gym for the first time, or just believing that a diet program can work for you. Like, you just have to take the first step. Here's one thing I would think of. If you want to be a thought leader, you want to be a speaker and have books and all this stuff, courses. When you're making a thought leader kind of video, lead with a powerful opinion.
Okay.
So what's your opinion? So if you want to show me a workout, but you're going to talk to me first, what's your opinion?
Okay.
Or let's go through something now. Like, you're going to post something right after this. I'll check out your page if you post a thought leadership video. We'll make a trade. So what's a powerful opinion of yours? What do people need to know?
that your mindset is a choice and that you can train your brain into doing anything you want it to. Like, for
Okay.
example, one thing you could do is first thing you do as soon as you wake up, you write three things that you're grateful for every morning, and like you can't repeat for an entire month, and then you just train your brain to just be grateful as soon as you wake up, in a place of gratitude.
Okay, great. So your opinion is you can train your brain to be anything that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So you have your first sentence, powerful opinion. Great. You can train your brain to be anything you want. That sounds a little crazy, which is awesome. You want it to be a powerful opinion.
Yeah.
Second sentence, you give a little bit more context. So something like, if you want to train a certain mindset and you did it every single morning, you will eventually become that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then inflict some pain or make it more important. Raise the stakes in your third sentence so that by watching your video, it's not just me saying, yeah, I already know that and not doing anything. No, like you're applying pressure that something has to change right now. Your goal is to make people change. They have to.
You're going in with attitude like throughout life, and it's just causing you pain, and go from there. Is that what you're saying?
Well, so your first sentence is you can train your brain to be anything that you want, right? Second sentence just gives more context. If you want to, whatever I just said, I'm a visual guy. I like having it in front of me. But if you, whatever it is that you want in your life, if you focus on it every day, it will eventually come to you. And then the third sentence becomes like, make it painful. Like if I don't change, I'm going to be stuck here.
Okay.
If you don't make these changes, the life you have right now will be the life you have forever. Something like that, right? Now I'm just making up words, right? These have to be your words, things that you feel comfortable saying. But right there now you're hitting me with something important. Where most people when they get on an Instagram video starts with, "Hey guys, it's me and I'm here and this." No, gone. Next.
Yeah.
Right? Then it's only your friends watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is great, but you don't want to do that. You want to build a business. This isn't just a vlog. This is you trying to impact the world. And so, especially in Instagram era where we're scrolling and you only have like 3 seconds before they go to the next one, you need to hit me right away with something.
Okay.
So then you can tell me how to do it. Right? So you give me your 3 sentences, right? Your powerful opinion, more context, and then a gut punch to make it inflict immediate pain. I got to do something. And then, for example, if you want to train gratitude, wake up every day and think of 3 things you're grateful for. Eventually, you will associate waking up with gratitude. You will now be the person who wakes up and feels grateful for their life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But if you tell me the how before making me feel it, I'm not going to do anything. Like you knew how to lose weight 6 years ago. You eat less and you work out more. Great. Like
Eat more.
What?
Eat more. Eat more.
Eat more. Great. Well, great.
Yeah.
Eat more healthy stuff.
Yeah.
and be physically fit. Like we know a lot of the hows. It's just not emotionally important enough for us to take action on it. So just spitting out the hows without the emotional connection, people aren't going to connect to it.
Okay.
So those 3 sentences, and then tell me a story or tell me a how-to, but practice that. So like from the first second of your video, it's fire. She made me think right there. And then I want to keep watching the rest of the video. Make the video and then message me, and I'll check out your profile.
I will post when there's daylight outside.
Today.
Yes, I will do that.
Because you do tough things.
I do actually.
I know.
The biggest moment was when I went cliff jumping for the first time when I moved here. That was like a big moment for me, and taking that leap. Oh my gosh. There's nothing more invigorating than that first leap. You know?
That could be your whole brand. Take the leap.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could do that. Like I mean, I could definitely do some cliff jumping videos too. It's not an issue.
But you took the leap to come to Maui.
Yeah.
You took the leap to do base jumping or cliff jumping, whatever. You took the leap to come on here and put your hand up at whatever o'clock in the morning it is for you over there.
Yeah.
Take the leap. Take the leap. Your life will change when you take the leap.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's inspiring. I want to follow you. This is great.
All right, thank you. Aloha.
Okay. Aloha. Much love.
If you want to spend some one-on-one time with me, I have a special offer happening right now. Go check out the website right next to me. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.